If you're a defensive back that's trying to get his footwork under control so you can get to the ball and make more plays, then this is the video for you, because that's exactly what we're talking about today on DB Tip Clips. Whether you're shadowing a receiver in man coverage or reading the quarterback's eyes in zone defense, your footwork sets the foundation for success as a defensive back. In this video today, we're going to explore the key techniques and drills that help you elevate your footwork as a defensive back, ensuring you stay one step ahead of your opponent on every play. Now let's start with number one. Balance is key. Before diving into specific footwork drills, it's essential to emphasize the importance of balance. A balanced stance enables quick reaction times and smooth transitions in any direction. Ensure your weight is evenly distributed, allowing you to move explosively without losing your center of gravity. This is especially important once you start moving. Committing too much weight in one direction makes it difficult for you to change direction as a defensive back. Changing direction is a lot of what you do while you're on the field. Next is quick steps for quick breaks. Defensive backs often need to make sudden breaks and changes in direction. Practice taking quick, controlled steps to set up for breaks and adjustments. Focus on short, choppy steps rather than long strides, as this allows for better control and agility. By choppy steps, I mean smooth and loose, controlled steps. Do not mistake choppy steps for being mechanical and stiff. Shorter steps in your back pedal and crossover run while maintaining your smoothness will work wonders for your breaks. Now we're on to mirror and reaction drills. Mirror drills are fundamental for defensive backs. Partner with a teammate or use cones to simulate the movements of a receiver. Focus on mirroring the steps, maintaining proper technique, and staying in a low stance. This drill enhances your ability to stay in close coverage without losing balance. It's easy as a defensive back training on your own with a friend to practice only doing drills where you know where you're going. However, to simulate true game action, either have your friend move their body or hands while you react to them. This will test your ability to maintain your form in movements and breaks when the unexpected happens. And it will. Now we're on to cones for agility. Set up cone drills that emphasize lateral movement, backpedaling, and diagonal cuts. These drills improve your agility and quickness, essential components of effective footwork. Use a variety of cone patterns to simulate different in-game scenarios. It's essential to keep the cone drills realistic. Don't get caught up in creating unrealistic scenarios with your cones. It's a waste of time and could create bad habits. There's nothing wrong with working a handful of core cone drills and striving to master them. When the game comes, you won't have to think about how you're moving. Next is backpedal technique. The backpedal is becoming a lost art as more and more coaches that didn't play the position attempt to coach it. Despite that, it still remains a crucial skill for defensive backs, especially in man-to-man coverage. Practice a smooth and controlled backpedal, keeping your hips low and maintaining a slight forward lean. Work on transitioning seamlessly from the backpedal to an explosive break. Part of your pedal work includes being able to weave. The weave allows you to stay in your backpedal when a receiver moves laterally to steal your leverage. A weave without a backpedal is like trying to tackle without wrapping up. Next is your shuffle and pivot. The shuffle and pivot are essential components of a defensive back's toolkit. Focus on maintaining a low stance during the shuffle, allowing for quick changes in direction. Practice pivoting smoothly to transition from a backpedal or shuffle to a crossover run. Football's a game of inches as well as a game of timing. No position understands that more than defensive back. Losing ground or taking too much time to transition from a shuffle into a pivot or run could put you at a disadvantage. Practice this in every drill session. Now we're on to film study. Footwork isn't just about physical practice, it's a mental game. Analyze game film to study the footwork of top-tier defensive backs. Pay attention to their stance, movements, and how they react to different receiver routes. Learn from the best to refine your own techniques. Also, don't forget to watch yourself. Oftentimes, we move in ways that we don't realize we are moving. It's important to have knowledge of self and to correct the mistakes that we see ourselves making on film. Be obsessed with studying as well as self-improvement. Now we're on to footwork and press coverage. For defensive backs involved in press coverage, refine your footwork to disrupt receivers at the line of scrimmage. Work on a quick, powerful jam followed by controlled steps to stay in phase with the receiver. Develop, refine, and perfect your kick slide. This will allow you to dictate to the receiver the amount of space he'll have to work with as he attempts to run his route against you. Without a kick slide, everything becomes a track meet for you, and it won't be long before you come up last in the race to the football. Consistent repetition. The motto I have at All Eyes DB Camp is consistency breeds results. This was learned through experience and applies not only to defensive back play, but to life. Mastery comes through repetition. Dedicate time in each practice session to focus on footwork drills. Consistent and deliberate practice will ingrain proper techniques into your muscle memory, allowing you to execute them instinctively during games. The less you have to focus on your footwork, the more you can concentrate on how the offense is attempting to attack you. Elevating your footwork as a defensive back is a continuous journey of refinement as well as dedication. By incorporating these drills, techniques, and principles into your training regimen, you'll develop the agility, balance, and quickness required to excel in coverage. Remember, the mastery of footwork is not a destination but a process. Commit to continual improvement and you'll find yourself making more plays on the ball to help your team win. And guys, those are it. That's the essentials on your footwork. If you're really trying to improve them, stick to those things that I just went over right here and you're guaranteed to improve your footwork and get it to where it needs to be. This position is all about details, but it's also about mastering the basics. So stick, like I said, to those elements right there. Work to improve in all of them, make full use of them, and you'll see your DB footwork reaching that new level that you didn't think you could get to. Once that footwork is on point and you start having some knowledge of the game, you're gonna find yourself getting to the football more and more often, more pass breakups, more interceptions, and all that good stuff. Speaking of knowledge, that's a big part of this. 80% of this game is mental. And if you want to know everything that you need to know as a defensive back, nail down all those basics and then some, you got to get a hold of my book, 101 DB Tips. You can get it as an ebook or in physical form. Either way, it's chock full of a bunch of stuff that you need to know. Everything from playing man coverage to zone coverage, how to play safety, how to play corner, nickel back, how to train in the offseason, film study, just about all. Everything packed into this book right here that I've learned playing the game, coaching the game, and now training the best players out there at this position. It's right here in this book, so go ahead and grab a copy. I have a link to it down in the description below. And as always, don't forget the All Eyes DB Camp members area, over 200 plus videos on drills, technique, coverage breakdowns, and more. This combined with the book is definitely going to make you an elite defensive back. A link to it down in the description below as well. So the resources you need are right here at your fingertips. There's no excuses for you in 2024. All right, guys, on your way out, please give this video a like and share it, as well as subscribe to the channel if you've not done that already, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on another great DB video like this one. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking in with me and checking out the video. And as always, All Eyes DB Camp, consistency breeds results.